who was Lucifer or Satan or Iblis. In the unseen realms of the heavens, long before time as we know it began, Allah, the creator of all things, decided to bring forth a new creation, one that would be unlike any that had come before. He fashioned Adam, the first human, from the earth itself, molding him from clay with his own hands. But Adam was more than just a physical form. He was infused with a soul, given life by the breath of the Almighty, and endowed with a special wisdom and knowledge. As Adam stood in his pristine form, a command was issued across the heavens, a command that would test the hearts of all who heard it. Allah instructed the angels and jinn to bow before Adam, acknowledging the divine wisdom in this new creation. The angels, beings of pure light who had never known defiance, immediately fell to their knees in submission. But among them stood one who refused. His name was Iblis. Iblis was not an ordinary being. Though he had been created from smokeless fire, a substance more ethereal and potent than clay, he had risen to a status nearly equal to that of the angels due to his extraordinary devotion. For ages, Iblis had worshipped Allah with a fervor unmatched by others, so much so that he had been allowed to dwell among the heavenly hosts. But now, faced with the command to bow before a being made of mere clay, something dark and festering began to grow within him. How can this be? Iblis thought, his mind racing with thoughts of superiority. I am made of fire, which is powerful and majestic, while he is made of clay, which is weak and lifeless. How could I, who has worshipped so devoutly, be asked to bow before him? When Allah questioned Iblis about his refusal, Iblis, consumed by his pride, responded with a defiance that would echo through eternity. I am better than him, Iblis declared boldly. You created me from fire and him from clay. It is beneath me to bow to him. In that single act of defiance, Iblis sealed his fate. The heavens themselves seemed to tremble as Allah's decree came forth. Iblis was cast out from the divine presence, stripped of his rank and honor, and condemned to a life of disgrace. But as he fell, burning with shame and anger, Iblis made a request, one that would shape the destiny of humankind. Grant me respite, Iblis pleaded, until the day of judgment, so that I may tempt and mislead Adam and his descendants. I will show you that they are not worthy of your favor. Allah granted Iblis his request, but with a warning. You will have power to tempt them, Allah said, but only those who willingly follow you. My true servants, those who remain faithful to me, you will never be able to lead astray. And so, Iblis became Shaitan, the accursed one, the eternal adversary of humanity. His once radiant form twisted and darkened, reflecting the corruption that had taken root in his soul. No longer the devoted worshipper, he was now driven by a singular purpose, to lead mankind away from the path of righteousness, to sow seeds of doubt, pride, and disobedience, just as he had fallen. Over the centuries, the story of Iblis has been told and retold, not as a mere legend but as a powerful lesson for all who hear it. His image has been depicted in countless ways, sometimes as a monstrous being with burning eyes and horns, other times as a deceiver, slipping into human hearts with whispered temptations. In every portrayal, one thing remains clear: Iblis is a symbol of the dangers of pride, arrogance, and defiance against the divine. But the story of Iblis is also a reminder of the choices that lie before us all. Like Iblis, each of us faces moments of pride, moments when our own ego might lead us to rebel against what is right. Yet, unlike Iblis, we are given the chance to repent, to seek forgiveness, and to turn back to the path of humility and submission to Allah's will. As the tale of Iblis draws to a close, remember this: his fall is a mirror reflecting the potential for destruction that lies within unchecked pride. Just as he fell from grace, we too can fall if we let our ego lead us astray. But unlike Iblis, we have the opportunity to bow in humility, to seek the mercy of the most merciful, and to walk the path that leads to eternal peace. So let the story of Iblis be a timeless warning. Let it remind us to guard our hearts against the whispers of Shaitan, and to remain steadfast in our devotion to the one who created us all.